Review Journal 7 at 7 presenting sponsorship brought to you by Knock the Injury Law.
You're watching 7 at 7, powered by the Las Vegas Review Journal, the largest news team in Nevada.
Another buffet is closing its doors on the Las Vegas Strip. Thanks for tuning in to 7 at 7 this Monday morning. I'm Cynthia Puga. Let's get into your top stories, brought to you by Apex Armory, the Valley's premier firearms dealer. A Las Vegas driver is sentenced between 3 to 8 years in prison after pleading guilty to hitting and killing a man with her Tesla. Prosecutors said 64-year-old Karen Cannon drove away after the May 13th crash that killed 32-year-old Patrick DeLoria. She then told repair shops she had hit a coyote. At the time, DeLoria was trying to cross Rainbow Boulevard near Vegas Drive. Prosecutors said Cannon had cut off another vehicle before hitting him. During court, Cannon apologized to the victim's family, asking for forgiveness, to which family members in the courtroom said no. A Las Vegas entertainer will stay in Nevada's Black Book. Gaming officials rejected a request Thursday from 80-year-old Francis Citro Jr. to remove his name from the state's list of excluded persons. Commissioners also voted unanimously to make illegal bookmaker Matthew Boyer the 39th person added to the Black Book. The longest operating school in Nevada will be closing its doors this summer. The Clark County School Board approved the closure of Good Springs Elementary School in a 6-0 vote to cease operations. Good Springs only had 2 students, 1 licensed educator, and 1 part-time custodian and food service worker. The district chief of facilities, Brandon McLaughlin, says CCSD spends about $1 million to operate the school. Closing it will allow the district to redistribute that money to other schools. There are currently no details as to what will become of the schoolhouse. Now time for weather, sponsored by Star Nursery, your garden's partner for every bloomin' thing. Plenty of sunshine to start the week off, kicking off this morning with temperatures in the upper 50s, reaching a daytime high near the upper 70s. Looks like we'll be warming back up this week with a mix of clouds and sunshine. Daytime highs will be in the mid 80s with a slight chance of showers on Wednesday night. Overnight lows will be in the upper 50s and lower 60s. In business, brought to you by GBank, your best banking experience ever. A casino operator reports a drop in first quarter earnings in the Las Vegas locals market. Boyd Gaming said it generated nearly $1 billion in overall revenue, but in the locals market, results fell by about $6.5 million from a year earlier. Officials attributed about $5 million of that shortfall to the softer destination business in southern Nevada and the rest to construction at the Suncoast. And to see more of our coverage, don't forget to like and subscribe to our YouTube channel.
And now for Vegas Nation and the latest on the Raiders. I'm Heidi Fang, and the Raiders 2026 draft class is in the books. Overall, there's a total of 10 incoming rookies. Following their huge day one selection of Heisman-winning quarterback Fernando Mendoza, the team traded down to take cornerback Traydon Stukes at 38 overall. On day 3, the Raiders took a swing at a high-risk, high-reward pick, trading up to take Tennessee cornerback Jermod McCoy, who suffered a knee injury in January 2025. Forcing him to miss last season. Another big move involved trading away defensive end Tyree Wilson and a 7th-round pick to the Saints. In return, the Silver and Black chose safety Dalton Johnson in the 5th. For a complete breakdown of the Raiders' incoming rookies, visit VegasNation.com.
Now for health, brought to you by Centerwell Senior Primary Care. Discover primary care focused on you. More now on the Raiders' #1 draft pick, who is already doing things to help out the community. Fernando Mendoza is launching a fund to support research on multiple sclerosis. The quarterback said he is donating $500,000 to start the Mendoza Family Fund, which plans to work with the National MS Society to help find a cure. Mendoza, whose mother lives with MS, said they are committing to raising more than $1 million over the next 3 years. In Neon Lifestyle, sponsored by Silverton Casino Lodge, this is Lodge Vegas. One of the last buffets on the Las Vegas Strip is closing its doors next month. MGM Grand Buffet is closing after service on May 31st. Only a handful of buffets are still open on the Las Vegas Strip, as some properties chose not to reopen them due to public health concerns from the pandemic.
At one point, by some estimates, there were 70 buffets along the resort corridor. And for many, many years, buffets were a symbol of Las Vegas. Once MGM Grand Buffet closes, there will be only 6 buffets left on the Las Vegas Strip.
MGM Grand says there are no immediate plans for the space.
Sports brought to you by Station Casinos, STN Sports. Download the app today. The Golden Knights will need to find their way back into the win column when a pivotal Game 4 gets underway in Utah today. On Friday night, Vegas gave up 4 goals on the first 8 shots from Utah. Final score 4-2 in Game 3. Jack Eichel scored his first playoff goal, and Nick Dowd added another in the third, but it wasn't enough for a W. Eichel reminds Knights fans that they were in the same situation against the Wild in last year's playoffs, and they won the pivotal game and the best-of-7 series. Game 4 takes place in Utah at the Delta Center.
Now for Neon Entertainment, sponsored by Arizona Charlie's, with live entertainment every weekend at both locations. Go to ArizonaCharlies.com to see who's playing. As he gets ready to play at Sphere, a musician books another kind of gig in Las Vegas. Our John Katsalamides has more.
Not many musicians can say they have appeared at Sphere and the Punk Rock Museum. In fact, Adrian Young of No Doubt is the only one that we can think of. Young will be at the Rock Attraction at 12:30 p.m. on May 9th for a live podcast and Q&A on the Fully Vented podcast. The series is focused on the history of drummers at Orange County Drum and Percussion, which helped define the look and sound of 2000s punk. Young is a recurring guest on the series. Meantime, No Doubt opens at the Sphere on May 6th. You know what else keeps a thunderous beat? Go Guide, the free entertainment calendar at neon.lvrj.com. Check us out for more than 3,000 shows and events. Like Las Vegas, it's open 24/7.
That's it for your 7 at 7 morning news update. Tune into our newscast weekdays on any of your favorite streaming platforms like Apple TV, Roku, Fire TV, and YouTube. Tune in tonight for more 7 at 7.